It's definitely a good anger management race. Damage is off. We have unlimited tires for the drivers. Um, it's really just a race to have some fun. You're going to see a lot of carnage. There is a 75 incident point cap. Now, for those of you that don't understand what incident points are in iRacing, basically anytime a car makes contact with something else, whether it's another car or the wall, the interior wall, whatever, it gives you some type of incident points. So it's also based on how many times there's contact, how heavy the contact is involving the car speed and things of that nature. So anywhere from a 2-point incident all the way up to an 8 or 12-point incident. So drivers have up to 75 to use. Once they pass 75 though, it's game over for them. So you're going to see some interesting strategy tonight. Maybe some guys come hot out of the gate trying to knock some people out of the race. Other guys might take it easy in the back, but only time will tell. Can't wait to watch this race. I'm Brandon Sanfilippo in the booth along with Mike Taylor. And Mike, I don't know about you, but I am really excited to watch this race unfold.
Oh yeah, I am definitely very excited to get this thing underway. I mean, we've got a long race, and it's gonna be a demolition derby out here, and we're super excited because we don't get to just beat up on each other just for the hell of it. Well, tonight we get to change all that, and we're gonna watch these guys try to destroy each other as quickly as they can. And the question's going to be remaining here is who is going to be the demolition king of Racer Elite?
Yeah, another good point to make is so these drivers have two cars they can choose from, a mini stock and a street stock in iRacing. So your mini stock, it's a little smaller, so I guess that would be an advantage, but it's also lighter. It's coming in at about just over 2,300 pounds. It's a 4-cylinder car. Might be able to get through some narrow places, but it also can get moved around a little bit more by its bigger competitor, which is the street stock, coming in at about 3,400 pounds. So that's a little bit more of a tanky car. So these drivers are competing against each other in both of these different vehicles. Now, looking at practice times, you're getting similar track times, and that's because the lighter car can accelerate a little bit quicker. The heavier car can get a top speed, but with the way this track is designed, uh, the street stock just really can't get up to speed too much. So the good news is, I think they're going to be equal as far as speed goes, but it's going to be really cool to see how these different cars play out their strategies.
Sorry about the quietness there for a second. Um, we are. I'm trying a little something new here today. As we see Andrew Teff coming out on tracking his number 98 Munster Ford Mustang Street Stock.
It's a new paint job for Andrew. I don't think I've seen him in the Monster yet. Sharp looking car nonetheless.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll see how much these drivers push it, but with the width of this track, you could squeeze in about 4 wide, but I would think we'd see up to at least 3 wide heading into the final few laps tonight. A few drivers putting down qualifying times, and of course you have your bunch whose strategy is to really stay in the back, avoid the contact at the front. So drivers looks like Kenzie Smith, you got Corey Crowell, Alex Gates, Robert Garcia, Mike Fudge. Those drivers are, I believe, choosing not to qualify unless they do the last few minutes here. And then you have a rest of the slew of drivers choosing to qualify.
Yeah, I don't know about you, man, but I'm so anxious to get this thing underway. We've got about 22 cars that's gonna come out here today, and man, we're gonna have a blast. We've got 150 laps here today, so that's a pretty long distance, and these guys got to really manage their beating and banging here as we get ready to rock and roll here at Martinsville.
Yeah, it is a long distance, especially if you factor in the fact that we're not throwing a yellow flag tonight. So these drivers aren't necessarily going to get a time where they can just kind of debrief, maybe think about their strategy and whatnot. No, they have to keep their foot on the pedal here and keep going regardless. So I think as the race goes on, we might see some differences in driving. You're going to have some guys who are just up to their max and incident points, and they're just going to try to avoid contact whatsoever. While you have other drivers who probably are aware of that and are going to try to eliminate them.
Yeah, absolutely. And now it's time to do our starting lineup. If you are wanting to take us away with that.
Sure thing, Mike.
No.
Ten four.
Discord.
I'm not. Oh, there we go. All right, row 2, we have Alan Carter on the inside in the 37 and Dylan Sale in the 12 on the outside. On row 3, we have Stephen Luttrell, the 36. We're familiar with him. Joe Bonner in the P6, number 11 on the outside. That nice Kool-Aid car. And Brett Bray at P7 on his outside is Joshua Norton. In row 5, we have Rowan Lloyd on the inside and Aaron Roth to his right. And row 6, P11, Jonathan Stidham and Corey Crowell in the number 47 on the outside. Row 7, Kensley Smith in his standard Napa Auto 15 and Mike Fudge to his outside in P14. And leading off row 8, we have Richie Joplin in the 89 with Timothy Yasbrand in the 92 for P16. Row 9, we have Andrew Teft and Ryan Warp. Row 11, we have Mike Allen and Blaine Klein to his outside. And row 11, Robert Garcia, excuse me, in the 13, and Alex Gates in the 77. And that is it, and we are off racing, so here we go. And we already got some contact in the back, and again, no yellow flag, so we're going to keep on rolling. Looks like Andrew Teft there is involved with maybe the 42.
Yeah, we're going to do our best to keep up with all the madness and mayhem as these drivers are looking to go 3 wide here into turn number 1. So, like I said, we're going to do our best to keep with all the action. And so far, right now, we're seeing a typical Martinsville side-by-side race. There's no one really taking anybody out just yet.
Yeah, I would say so. And, you know, the thing is, I think these drivers, when they spin, they're thinking, oh, crap, I need to get up and go before that front of the pack catches me. I don't want to get turned around again and get more incident. So I think you're going to see some guys try to hurry up and get out of there once they spin. And we have that 23 in the wall back there. We'll see what he does. And, yeah, he's trying to get that thing in drive and go, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, with there not being any cautions, as we have a big pileup here on the front straightaway between the 91 of Blaine Klein, the 15.
We have a car upside down, too.
Oh, yeah, we do have one car upside down. It is the 57 of Aaron Roth. He's sitting upside down. Oh, and he gets pile drived and he's back sitting upright. And now we are chugging along here once again. Let's... Yeah.
The 42, Jonathan Stidham, he already gets the Good Samaritan Award, helping out that driver there who was upside down, hit him, so he's back up and running. Don't forget, folks, we have damage off, so these drivers can keep going no matter what. However, tire wear is on, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, definitely something that these drivers have to keep in mind all race long, and we're going to ride on board here with your race leader of Richie Joplin, currently whipping around this half-mile track.
Yeah, Richie's got a nice little gap there. That's exactly what you want in a race like this, especially at the beginning. You don't want cars around you. You just want to keep logging laps without any incident points. Doing really well there.
Yeah, Z is coming up here on 2-lap cars here, the 15 of Kensley Smith, and I believe that might be the 61 of Rowan Lloyd, as he's now trying to get on the inside here and alongside, and now he's going to try to come up and pass the 11 of Joe Bonner, as Joe Bonner, he's trying to block your race leader from advancing in that mini stock, but there your race leader goes.
Yeah, you can see those street stocks. They can definitely get up and go a little bit more out of the turns quicker. I think once you get tire wear, though, you'll see that start to go down. They'll start to level out between the mini stocks, but you could really see them get a good go off of those exits.
Yeah, for sure. As it looks like Joe Bonner is having a little bit more issues here as we are getting moving. Some really good things happening right now. Let's go back, take a look at a couple of these things. First, Timothy Eisburn in that 92 machine coming down the front straightaway. He gets doored by the 42 of Jonathan Stidham, Alan Carter, he was involved in something here as well in that number 37 machine.
Yeah, it looks like Alex
Oh,
Gage just went around 2 off of his teammate there, Kensley. Ooh, man, nobody's holding anybody a favor in this race, and I don't blame them.
no. Honestly, this whole thing has actually been pretty subtle this whole time. So, you know, I'm actually very impressed and surprised about how well everybody's behaving at the for the moment.
Yeah, I think these drivers realize 120 laps around a track like this, especially when they get spread out. You got cars all over. If they start beating and banging right now, they're probably not going to last until 120. Because once they hit that 75 incident mark, they warp right out of the race. They're no longer in it. So, and it looks like the 11, Joseph Bonner said, you know what, 57, you haven't kissed the wall in a while. Go ahead.
Oh, 3-4 wide here on the front straightaway.
Here we go.
No.
Classic snowplow there.
Oh, yeah. And that number 11 of that mini stock gets clobbered by the
57 says, you ain't going to bully me.
Oh, man, this is great. And Richie Joplin still out front.
Now I'm watching that 91 of Blaine Klein. Blaine is just trying to make it around this track. He has been the victim of 2 or 3 different things within the last 2 or 3 laps, not of his making. So poor guy's back up to speed, though. I think he's going, and the 11 just drilled him, giving him no break.
Yeah, so that 11, man, he's definitely getting his frustrations out on these Racer Elite drivers.
Now, the only 2 rules tonight, everything is allowed from beating and banging to chastaining the wall. However, drivers cannot purposely stop and block the track, and drivers cannot go in reverse.
Yeah.
So something to note on this race, but looks like we have a little bit. Oh, the 91's going into pit. Trying to get some tires, or maybe he just got in there on accident.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. It won't surprise me. I'm going to stay here with this number 11 machine of Joe Bonner.
Yeah, the 11, Joe Bonner has become the hammer in this race so far. Everybody else is about a nail right now, and he's doing it with the lightest car out there, so kudos to him.
There he goes! Oh, hard impact.
I should hope his force feedback is down, because his arm's got to be tired at this point.
You know, as he is causing all this mayhem.
You know, if I saw the 11 in my rear view, I might just want to either try to get past him really quick or just slam on the brakes entering the turn and let him hit the wall like the 37 did.
Oh yeah, for sure. As we got a side-by-side of his on board here, as he is trying to drift it here in the middle of 3 and 4. My question is people are going to start to become very wary around him and try to pass him as he's on this little rampage of his, you know, taking a lot of people out, as we see Steven Luttrell in that 36 machine now coming up behind him.
Yeah, I want to see what Steven does here. Steven's a smart driver. He understands the long-term effect of this race, so he might take it a little cautious here.
And there he goes as we ride on board. This 11 machine is an absolute menace today.
Yeah, and it's finally hit the driver radio too. People are talking about that 11 car.
Oh, I bet. And now here comes Aaron Roth. He's coming up on that number 11 machine now.
He's like a landmine. Everybody's trying to avoid him.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
He slams on the brakes on the front stretch. Andrew Teff takes out the 11.
There we go.
And now here comes that 15, Kensley Smith. Then Kensley Smith is into the wall. Here he comes right back across the track.
It's like a bouncy ball just going down the track, off of the inside wall, off of the outside wall.
Oh.
He's doing a really good job at being unpredictable. Some laps he'll just drive, other laps it's back and forth. You never know. Keeps these drivers on their toes.
Yeah, he's definitely being a pain in the rear back there, but it's not doing him any good, as I just saw that we did have Oh, right in front of Kensley Smith again. We did have a change for the race lead. The 77 of Alex Gates, he is your current race leader as he's continuing to put people down as Mikey Allen tried to take him out, but to no avail. Richie Joplin back in that number 89 machine. He's not that far back from him at the moment, so Dylan Sale, he's coming up through the pack now. Oh, I still hear quite a few people hitting and banging back here. Joe Bonner, yep, it's Bonner again. He's facing the wrong way with Jonathan Stidham.
Bonner's got to be getting up there in incident points.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Bonner's long-term goal is to finish this race. I think he's just looking for carnage and some fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the truth. Let me see if I can view the incident points. No, Andrew did not set me up. But if all of a sudden we see that number 11 machine just go poof, we all know why.
Yeah, we won't ask a question there.
Yeah. Oh, Jonathan Stidham had issues here. Let's take a look here and see what happened with him out of turn 2. No, he just lost it. Oh! And I come back live to the 11 backwards on the track, and we have mayhem down here in
yeah, he's
turn
been
number
set backwards. I think he's just trying to find an open clearing to turn around, but these cars are so spread out right now, he doesn't have a room there, and it's caused some other wrecks to go to involve. The 61 got straightened out a little bit before he could get sideways, so that helped him out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm interested to see if anybody, when they go for tires or gas and they come out of that pit, if anybody's just going to come right out of that pit and charge up the track like a cannonball. I think that would be a great opportunity for someone to cause some carnage if they were really looking to do it. We got Andrew Teff currently in the lead for the street stocks. So he's made his way up. If you don't remember, he was the first one to be involved in a wreck. So the great thing about these races is you could be a lap down, you could be laps down, and within 20, 30 laps, you're leading the race because anybody could go sideways, anybody could turn upside down, as we've seen. So you never know. I know when we've done the figure 8 races in this league, you have somebody who's 7, 9 laps down, and they end up winning the race. So the good news is in this race, nobody's ever out. Even if you're upside down, you could be leading this thing before you know it.
Yeah, for sure. As we go side by side, as we're just going to keep our eye on that number 11 that Kool-Aid machine, as he is still creating havoc as he just completely wipes out the 12 of Dalen Sale, your former race leader in the mini stocks. As Corey
Sale went sailing for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, he almost put the 12 upside down. He took out the 6 there as well.
I think some of these drivers might have a bounty on that number 11 if anybody can put him on his roof.
Oh, yeah. So let's taking a look here as
it looked like the 37 was close.
Oh, yeah.
If I could donate incident points right now to anybody, I think I'd donate them to the 11. I want to keep this show going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think this
causing a big pile up right now. So the 11 is starting to, maybe he's understanding his incident points are getting up there, so he's being a little more cautious. But he at least for this moment in time, he waited for a big group behind him and then caused a wreck and made some other drivers run into some other drivers, so making them use their own incident points rather than just him. So that was pretty smart on his part.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Kind of causing a chain reaction behind himself.
Yep, so
I mean, he does have the fitting car for this. He's got the Kool-Aid Man. The Kool-Aid Man does bust through some walls without a care in the world.
That he does.
So I feel like his paint job is very fitting for tonight. And it looks like Andrew's behind him. I think Andrew's going to take him out because he does not. He'd rather be the hammer rather than the nail in this case. However, Andrew's also got the stronger car. So
oh yeah,
I think he can handle those turns a little bit better than him right now.
Yep. And Andrew, he is on an absolute tear to recatch that number 77 and 89 machine, as he did get caught up in an incident just a few short laps ago. So he's definitely doing everything he can to try to make his way back up to catch up to those guys. I don't know, everything right now has been pretty quiet around the circuit.
Yeah, everybody's spread out. Everybody's treating it like a race, a little bumping and banging, but no more cars on the roof yet. But we are, I mean, we got 120 laps of this race, and we're only on about lap 39, coming on 40. So we still got lots of racing.
Oh, yeah.
Or, excuse me, 150 laps.
Looking here, okay, yeah, so Andrew Teft, he's pretty much right there on the back bumper of Alex Gates, so it's not going to be too much longer before these two drivers get nose to tail.
Yeah, fuel capacity is at 100%. I think these cars will be a little bit different on their fuel stop. So once you see one driver come in, they're probably going to push it to the end of fuel. So you'll probably see a bunch of drivers start to come down pit road.
Oh yeah, for sure. As we have a good old pack of cars right here with the 98. Kensley Smith, he's back here. The 37 machine, he's back here as well, along with Mikey Allen. So a couple of teammates racing hard back here. Oh, the 13 goes around off the front end of the 15.
That was a nice little wreck, but no harm, no foul. They're back up and running. Looks like the number 11 car, he's on his own island right now, just kind of racing. So I'm curious to know how many points he has, because he has definitely changed the beat of his drum at this point in the race.
Oh, the 13 actually got off the front end of the 67 of Mikey Allen.
Yeah, the 13 is involved in another wreck. Coming off of turn 4, they all got up and going. So he's been involved in a couple here recently.
Yep. He took out the 91. The 32 almost went upside down. Zach Harris. Let's go back and take a quick look at that here as well. As they dive down into turn number 3.
Oh yeah, I think Robert Garcia has changed his tune as well. He is, I think I've seen him take out 3 cars on one lap, so I think he's letting loose here a little bit.
Oh yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, when it comes down to it, you know, we're just shy of 100 laps left in this thing, and Steven Latrella in that 36 machine, he gets turned down pit road. Let's see what this number 13 machine is going to do. He is alongside the 42. He goes up and gets into the 42. They both hit the inside wall hard. 32, he is backwards on the track at the moment. Everybody's trying to avoid as he continues to sit there. Now he's got to be careful because he can't just sit across the track like that.
Yeah, you got to be careful blocking that track. It's like someone corrected it for himself there by hitting him back into line. But yeah, nevertheless, you don't want to just be sitting there and risk taking a penalty.
Ryan Warp in the 23.
Nice hit.
That was Dalen sailing the 12 as he's starting to get moving. Blaine Klein involved in another incident. I just heard that.
And that 13's, he's looking for more action. He is not done. He's hitting these turns hard. He's gassing it. He's trying to put somebody in the wall.
Oh, yeah. See, I mean, that would be like the perfect strategy is, you know, let everybody else rack up all their incident points, and then I can use up mine at the end and try to be one of the last men standing.
Yeah, for sure. And now, like you said, we're under 100 laps to go. So
Yeah.
I think some of these drivers are going to keep an eye on who's in first, who's in second, who's in third. And those drivers, they better look out.
The 92 just annihilated 2 people.
The 92 has had enough. Timothy Eisburn said, you know what? You put me in the wall before. It's time for a little payback.
Oh, yeah. He just guns it down, and he just lets it go on the back end of that 37 machine.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what you call a full send.
Oh, absolutely. You know, honestly, I'm not surprised that he hasn't started much sooner than this, because let me tell you what, he seems like to be a ping pong for a lot of drivers, and, you know, he's probably had enough of it. So, you know, I'm actually surprised he's not out here causing more mayhem than what he is, as he's looking now to get to the back of the 89 of Richie Joplin.
And yeah, he got into the back of Richie Joplin, who then rocketed into Alex Gates there in the 77, put both of them in the wall.
Yeah, so that...
Yeah, good move by Eisburn there.
Yeah, so that right there is your race leader. Now the race leader goes back over to Richie Joplin as the 77 gets stuck behind lap down cars.
Yeah, he just got hit by the 23. They're picking on him now. I think they realize he's not in the lead anymore, so they're going to go to the next target here, like you said, Joplin up there in the 89.
Yeah,
so
so
he's free a little bit, so it might take a little bit before either people catch up to him or he catches up to them. Either way.
So here's a little fun fact: like 15 or not 15, but probably about 13 years ago, the Major Series held the World Cup, and one of the competitions was a demolition derby with the street stocks over at Lanier. Well, Team Florida, we won it, and that was an absolute blast.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity right there.
Uh, 24, Joshua Norton, he's got company from that 23 machine of Ryan Ward. Oh, Richie Joplin and Jonathan Stidham having issues.
Come to think of it, Mike, I actually do have a little demolition experience myself.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
I want to say 17 years old. I think it was 16, actually. I did a demolition derby. Had an old Lumina bought from one of my dad's buddies that was previously wrecked. I think I traded a 1 liter of Diet Pepsi for it. But either way, got the car, gutted it out, went into a demolition derby. I think about 40 cars were in the heat, and I actually won the heat. And I remember the guy that I beat at the end was upset that he lost to a 16-year-old. He couldn't believe it. But went into the finals, and I was not as prepared as the other drivers. The other drivers all had, you know, cars twice as big as a Lumina, and took a pretty big hit there, and I think I got 5th or 6th overall. But, you know, back then for a 16-year-old, it was like $400, $500 to get that position. So, man, I was winning the lottery back then.
Oh, yeah. That 15 of Kensley Smith trying to take out Richie Joplin in that big old street stock. But our battle for the race lead has started to heat up here as we are working or coming to lap 64, I believe it is. We just want to make a quick mention. The 11 machine of Joe Bonner has been disqualified. And the 42 as well, as he is not on track at the moment either. So both those drivers currently done, as the Richie Joplin just drills into the 77 for the race
the 77
lead.
flying. And Alex Gates had the lead at that point, I believe.
Yeah, this is the battle for the race lead, as he's trying to get around that 12 machine of Dylan Sale.
And they're both in the same series. They both drive in street stock, so eye for an eye right there. We'll see if Alex can catch back up to him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we're at the point now where people are watching that victory to see who's in the lead, who they need to take out. And of course you have racing teammates in this, so they're talking in their channels about helping each other out. They're in different series, so could get interesting here.
Yeah, definitely. But everything seems to be settled as of right now. I haven't seen my my crash counter go up in probably about 6 or 7 laps. So the biggest hit that we recently saw was the one with Alex Gates and Richie Joplin. So as of right now, still 19 cars are still in this.
Yeah, but keep an eye on that 13, the Robert Garcia, and he's calmed down a little bit now. So I think he's saving up some of those incident points for the end of the race. And one car that did not calm down, that's Iceberg. He is still putting people in the wall.
Oh, yeah. Let's see how wide he's Joplin's going to make that front bumper of his, as we see Gates trying to put it to Timothy Eisburn, as Eisburn, he will back out, and now he will come up behind, try to take out the 77, but miss.
That was a full send miss right there.
Oh yeah, got him.
He said, "Take that, boss."
Yep. Oh, and he gets the boss again on the exit of 2.
Special Eisburn. And Teft is in 3rd. That's going to hurt him a little bit.
Oh, yeah. But they're going to start to pull away here now. As we catch back up here to Richie Joplin, who's got Mikey Allen, I believe, in that 50... Or no, that's going to be the 67 of... Yeah, that's Mikey Allen. Yeah, Mikey Allen's right behind him.
Yeah, Richie Joplin, he's done a good job staying up front. As Alex Gates and Andrew Tepp, those three have really held down the top 5, I think, most of this race.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You got Corey Crowell. We haven't talked much about him, but he's running 5th, and he's been in at least, I think, the top 7 most of this race, it seems. So he's another quiet guy who's kind of hanging back, saving up his incident points.
We're going to go do another quick side-by-side here with the 24 and 32 machine.
Similar paint. Looks like inverted paint. I wonder if those guys are teammates.
I mean, it's very possible, but they are running back for that 8th spot, and that is the battle for the mini... Oh, no. I lied. The 47 of Corey Crowell, he's the mini stock leader at the moment. Honestly, I don't even know if we're actually splitting them up into 2 different groups, but oh well.
Yeah, I believe we would have to a little bit. You can tell those street stocks are picking up speed. So your top three are all street stocks. You have Joplin, Gates, and Teft, and they have everybody else lapped. So but Corey is only 1 lap down. That's very impressive being in stock.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
'Cause
Corey's.
you got the little bit of speed difference, but I mean the weight difference. Obviously, the mini stocks can get bullied around a little bit.
Yeah, those two of the 32 and 24, they both have been. They were actually catching up to Corey there to on-lap them from being one lap down to him. So those two definitely got the speed, but Corey, he's been able to keep himself clean and out of trouble. So this right here has definitely been a very good show here.
Yeah, most definitely. Some of these drivers are starting to pile up here, so we'll see if somebody's gonna take it upon themselves to shuffle this organized pack up here.
Oh yeah.
But I think Gage just wants to get through. He's running second. He just wants to catch Joplin at this point. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
Stay out of harm's way.
Yeah, because as of right now, Joplin, he has opened up to just about a 2-second lead. And, you know, he's still got that 67 of Mikey Allen in front of him. So he's really got to try to manage his way, you know, to get around him so that he could try to catch up to Richie here. Everything has quieted it down once again. We still have 19 cars out on track at the moment.
Yeah, I was curious to see if she had any teammates out here. I don't see him in Discord. I don't see him in the chat. Usually that's an indicator you're working with somebody. You're in the same chat room as them. But I don't see him on Discord, so I don't know if he has any help out here. Might come to hurt him in the end. But, I mean, he's built up a pretty good lead. He's got to be pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah. All right, everybody has settled down so far. Okay.
Yeah, we're back to some calmer racing right now, but I think it's just the calm before the storm because we are currently on lap 79 out of 150, so a little over halfway to go.
Yeah.
A little under halfway. Excuse me.
No, we're over halfway. 75.
Correct. Yep.
Yep.
Well, over as in under what's left. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. But man, this has been an absolute fun thing to watch.
This is one I think these drivers will ask to do again in the future and probably even have a bigger field here. And I know some other races that had been previously scheduled, some bigger ones, took some drivers out of it tonight that would typically do this kind of race. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did this again with a field 50% bigger. And we got some more.
Mikey Allen gets turned off the front end of that 12 machine of Dylan Sale.
Alex Gage has cut that lead down to about 1.5 seconds, up near 4 at one point. So he's making ground.
Oh yeah.
And Andrew's making ground as well, so that leads me to believe Richie there had some issues getting by some people, or there he's obviously become the target. Some of these drivers are probably really feeling these tires right now with how they've been driving, just sawing on the wheel, trying to hit people. So I'm sure some of them are thinking about going in at this point.
Well, I can confirm that the driver we are watching now here, that 61 of Rowan Lloyd, he's already come down for tires.
Okay, so some of them already have, and you can tell him taking those turns, man. He's got some grip there.
Yeah. Robert Garcia, he's down in the pits in that number 13 machine. 92 just clobbered the 37.
I believe that's Eisburn.
Yep.
Yep.
He's setting
Yeah,
him
he
up
has not
again.
let up.
He's setting it up again. Nope.
We're just a retaliatory payback here of the 61. That's the best right there.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't let him do that. You got to let him know that, hey, you put me in there, I'm going to do 2 for 1 here.
Oof. Mikey Allen in the 67. He's down on pit road. And
I'll tell you, Alex is good. Oh, he's going to go. I was going to say, maybe he made it by, but nope. Timothy's there to swallow him whole.
Yep, so that's going to put Alex Gates still in second. But that puts Andrew Teft right there on the back bumper of Alex Gates now for that second spot.
Yeah, for sure. He's within a second of him now. They're nose to tail. Looks like Alex Gates is going to take it into the pit. So he's probably going to get some fresh tires, obviously some fuel. So he'll be good to go for the rest of the race. I expect Andrew probably to come down pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. See what this 12 machine does with Andrew Teft there. Nope, he's going to get by Andrew.
Still pretty calm out here. Most drivers just really not seeing the benefit of putting anybody in the wall at this point.
Yeah. Alright, so Alex Gates finally comes out of the pits. He's going to be sitting just about 2 laps down now from your race leader, Ryan Warp. He's going to be 1 lap down.
You got some drivers in the chat who are asking drivers to take out others for them with a little bounty on the head. So this is getting pretty entertaining here.
Oh yeah. Kensley Smith taking out the 92 of Timothy Eisburn there, and the 36 Stephen Luttrell, he got caught up there as well. And then shortly after that, I think Timothy Eisburn might have got clobbered here as well. Yep, he got clobbered.
Oh yeah, his points got to be racking up there. I'm curious what those are. Ooh, and we have, holy cow, what was that? The 92 of it was Eisburn. Go figure. He just did about 4 or 5 barrel rolls in a row.
Oh God.
Good night.
Oof. Ouch.
A few more hits just to finish it off. And that might be 20 points right there. I don't know.
I think Timothy Eisburn, he needs to be careful. There might be a bounty on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some drivers are starting to think if they could take him out, then that's about a guarantee to make it to the end of the race. But all it takes is someone else to start firing on all these cylinders and decide to put some people in the wall.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, don't forget, you know, they were able to get the 11 of Joe Bonner out pretty quick with all the shenanigans he was doing at the beginning of this race. As the 92 gets spun out by the 77.
Yep, and the 77 should be able to drive off unless Eisburn full sends it in a turn here.
Oh, he just might. There he goes. Oh, and he missed him. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
To get him on that turn there. I think he's lining up to do it again. I wonder if Alex is going to slam on the brakes.
Yes,
yep,
he did.
He's trying to hit the brakes. Oh, man. This is getting off.
Oh, he got the boss.
Has become the victim of that scenario. Whew. You just never know how this is going to unfold. Got Kensley Smith in the pit. Kensley Smith in the pit, I can see him coming out of the pit and just causing some mayhem at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one that launches himself out there like a landmine. Just waits for somebody.
We're gonna ride on board here with your race leader, Richie Joplin, as he's starting to navigate more lap traffic here. He's opened up a 20-second lead back to that second place of Andrew Teff.
Yeah, good 20-second lead there. He's got to feel pretty comfortable, but I think these drivers, every driver out here wants to see a battle, so I wouldn't be surprised if people just target him just to make it close. But here comes Kensley off pit road. Kensley is going off pit road and taking some kind of detour. I think Kensley's got something up his sleeve here. I think he was trying to get a little more speed as he launched out, but he took a long way out of pit road to get a running start going into that turn there.
Oh, he's coming back down pit road because
he wants some more.
No, he got a left flag for unsafe pit exit.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, he left pit a little bit too early, took a different detour, so iRacing said, you got to do that again.
Oh, yeah.
Richie Joplin, in that 89, he's still got about a 20-second lead on Andrew Teff, and those are your only two drivers currently on the lead lap. You have Ryan Warp in third at -1, Alex Gates -2, and Corey Crowell still leading, I believe, the mini stocks at 3 laps behind Joplin.
Yeah. The 23 of Ryan Warp tried to take out the 98, but just wasn't close enough to get him. Oh, Brett Bray, he's around. Oh, and he got... Oh, the 37 is upside down.
37, Andrew helps him a little bit. And another good Samaritan right there.
So that would be...
back into the race.
So that'll be the 37 of Alan Carter.
And Andrew just took out, oof, I want to say, Richie Joplin. Andrew just took him out. I think Andrew slowed down, I think, to get caught up to him and put him in the wall there.
Stop it. I'm trying to show Richie, and it keeps jumping to Dylan. There he goes. Oh, yeah.
Not too much damage. Didn't completely turn him around. When it completely turns around a driver, that usually just barrel rolls like a snowball on them, because then you got cars coming in the opposite direction pretty soon, and then they're hitting you, and you got to wait even longer to turn around. So if you can get a car turned 180 to sit on the track, you're really going to affect their race.
Oh yeah. As we've got a few drivers here coming up on that 92 of Iceberg.
I think something else happened to Richie, because Andrew's only 2.5 seconds down now.
Yep. And the 23, he just got turned by, I believe it was the 13 machine. Yep. Yeah,
and Ryan Warp's been another driver tonight, so he's running P3. He's been in the Carnage, and he's still running P3, so he's been a pretty active driver, yet he's still up there, so that's impressive.
And I believe Timothy Iceburn has been eliminated.
Timothy Iceburn, I believe, is our second driver eliminated. sigh of relief from some
Oh,
of these drivers.
and that is thanks to Ryan Ward. No, no, that wasn't Iceberg. Where you at?
I'm not seeing Iceburn
There
on the
you
track.
are. All right, so this is thanks to that 12. Nope. Okay, so that was here. Alright, so the 12, he comes up and hits him, and then the moment he hits that
He
wall,
hits that inside retaining
yep,
wall. Yeah, he was gone. So
he was
75
gone.
points for Iceburn. Hey, that was a good run, though.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Kensley Smith, he's down in the pits in that number 15 machine. His day might be done here as well. It would help if I go back live.
Yeah, Andrew doing everything he can, I think, to get up to there. But, I mean, Joplin's running a pretty clean race right now. He hasn't really had too many obstacles in his way.
Yep. And Kensley Smith, he's actually coming back out on track. He is back in that 19th position, so whatever happens here happens. So I think we're going to about to see Kensley Smith go on an absolute tear here, as he's got your race leader directly in front of him.
Is he going to full send it?
Yes, he is. Oh! Oh, they both were just eliminated. Richie
We had no
Joplin.
idea. Oh, and he just put a sigh over the radio. So, yes, I think that confirms it. Richie gone with 75 points. And I think Kensley, too. That was a kamikaze pilot type move right there. Kensley took himself out, but he also took the leader out.
Yeah, definitely not what you like to see. But right now, Andrew Teft, he is running one lap ahead of the rest of this field.
Yeah, those drivers must have knew that because Andrew has driven a really cautious race, but I think Joplin was the first one that he went after. So maybe these drivers are aware of what some of these drivers, might be near as far as points and trying to take them out. So really good move. And of course, Alex Gates is Kensley Smith's teammate, so it just helped Alex put him up into P3, but now into P2.
Yeah. Well, Kensley, he's actually been running with Chicken Coop as of late as well. Whenever Alex Gates cannot show up to races, he's in partnership with those Chicken Coop guys. So he may have done a little favor there for Andrew Teft as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're talking. They're having fun. But when you take the leader out, well, you get a new leader and you get a new target. So Andrew Teft is in the lead. Every other car is at least one lap down. So I think your biggest target out there is the number 98 machine now.
Oh yeah.
And folks, we only have 23 laps to go. So some of these drivers, they're going to have to make a move. Maybe have a teammate slow down, try to slow somebody up because they're spread out a little bit. Looks like Andrew in the lead. He doesn't have too many cars in front of him. I think he's got the mini stock, whoever's in the 9th position, but then he's got Corey Crowell in front of that, and that's about a half a track length. So, I mean, he's really clear right now unless somebody was to wreck or slow down, I think, to intentionally catch up to him. But, man, he's looking good.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know how Andrew does it, but let me tell you what, every single day he comes out, he's fast as he is working his way around that number showing 7, but I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, just really good strategy. Just did the work when he needed to. Other than that, he's taken a line to save his tires and put down some decent laps. So that's definitely paying off for him. But yeah, Alex Gates is giving everything he has right now to try to catch him, but I think he knows that Andrew's going to have to, someone's going to have to take out Andrew for him to have a chance here. And not too much action going around right now. Surprisingly, with 18 laps to go, not a whole lot of action. Some of these drivers are just content with where they are at this point. But I think we have some drivers off pace a little bit, which is usually a sign that they're trying to let somebody else catch up with them. And there you can see the 77 of Alex Gates. Man, he's had some traffic to get through too, which doesn't help. But Andrew's still in the clear.
Yeah.
And like we said, he's just got Corey in front of him now, and Corey's content with, I mean, he's in first place for the mini stock, so I don't think you're going to see him do anything. And the 23 sneaking through there. And he's currently in third place in a podium finish, so he's happy with that result.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's actually not that far from the 77. He's only maybe like 10 car lengths back currently from Alex Gates for that second position.
Yeah, they're both only a lap down, so they're close enough where something can happen to change up those spots there. Mikey Allen, he's the next, but he's about 4 laps down. So he and Corey Crowell could battle it out, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Aaron Roth in this 57 machine. He's trying to cause a little carnage at the moment.
All right, just got a little bit of information there in the driver's chat. You have Andrew, your race leader, at about 56 out of 75 incident points, and Alex Gates is at 60. So, I mean, there's a chance that they could go and be disqualified for too many incident points, but judging by where the drivers are on the track, I don't think that's going to be the case. However, somebody could still slow them up and affect the result.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's just going to be, the waiting game to see what happens as we're closing in here on just about 10 laps to go.
Andrew's getting around this 13. Now, this 13 has caused some carnage so far, so Andrew might be holding his breath trying to get around this guy. And you know what? Smart move. Andrew just took him out. He said, I'm not going to give you an option to put me in the wall. I'm going to do it for you.
Right.
That's called insurance.
Oh, yeah.
I just ensured him an easy path, what it appears to be to the podium finisher of this race, but we'll see.
Joshua Norton goes around.
Yeah, the 13 did cause some damage there to somebody, held him up, but it wasn't Andrew. And I don't think it was Alex. Alex is still going pretty strong, so.
Yeah. And, I thought the 13 was going to take out the 12 for a second, but he didn't.
Yeah, the 13's one car you just got to keep your eye on, because I think he's just going to try to wreck people at this point. I don't blame him. Hey, isn't that what this race is about? Oh, and yeah. Andrew is around a 57, has put him around. And Alex Gates is
Oh!
putting into the wall a little bit more. And the 67 says, I'm going to hold both of you up. Andrew, so as you can see, Alex Gates passed him, but Andrew was 1 lap ahead of him. So Alex Gates would have to go the complete length of the track and pass him again to take the lead. But anything's possible with 6 laps.
Oh, yeah.
And every single driver, I think, in this race knows that Andrew's about a lap ahead. So I think Andrew is expecting anything around any turn. He doesn't know what to see or who's waiting for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, as of right now, he's got absolutely nobody to worry about.
Yeah, his track's looking pretty clear. But he's got the 2. Oh, that would be Alex Gates. Yeah, he doesn't got nothing to worry about him, so. Yeah, and that 57 of Aaron Roth, I think that's what the previous collision with Andrew Teft was. He's in front of Alex Gates, so if that 57 decides to slow down, which, I mean, he's a mini stock, they're going to catch him anyways, I think. It'll be, might put on a little show here. We'll see, though. And he is slowing down. Here he goes. I think he's going to do something. He's waiting for Andrew. Andrew's playing it real patient right now. He knows he has a full track length to play with, so he's just going to toy with him a little bit, make him make a mistake, because Andrew can steer a little bit harder in these turns.
Oh, there he goes.
And the 57 was disqualified. He only had 3 incident points to give, so Andrew put him 6 feet under tonight. Woo!
2 laps left. Half a mile left to go for Andrew Teft here at Martinsville.
That's right. Andrew take the white flag, and I don't see anybody in front of him. Nobody that's at least going to play, unless the 23 wants to do something. He's got 1 more turn to decide.
Oh, yeah.
But the 23's in 3rd place, so I don't think Ryan's too concerned about it. And there you go. Andrew Teft, your winner of our first full contact demolition race at Martinsville.
The 77 continuing just to push people out of his way as he comes around turn 4 for 2nd place.
Yes, Alex Gates taking your 2nd place, and it looks like Ryan Warp just right behind him, coming in for your P3. Your podium finishers right there. Andrew Teft, Alex Gates, Ryan Warp, and I believe Corey, or maybe Zach Harris.
Now, I think they may be calling for a demolition derby down here in turn 1.
I'm saying Zach Harris, I think, is in a mini stock. He actually made the pass on Corey Crowell near the end of that race.
Yeah.
To take the top position for the mini stock. So good for him. But Corey Corral coming in at P6. So not bad race. And what's a full contact race without a little demolition derby at the line?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think right now everybody's just doing burnouts at the moment, so.
Not sure if you saw the Xfinity race today, but this looks awfully familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody just DQ'd there.
The 32, I think he's dead in the water. The 98 still going. Oh, the 47 almost upside down.
And I can't believe that 13 still has incident points to give. He is still going because he was pretty active during the race.
Oh, yeah.
And he must still have some up his sleeve because, oh, he's trying to go backwards, trying to avoid maybe. Alex Gates says, I'll do that. I'll finish you.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at our race results.
Alrighty.
Oh, Andrew Teft and the 77 of Alex Gates.
Alex Gates from the top rope. Frog splash right on the 98.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is.
Okay, so about those final results, let's go ahead and take a look here at those results. Andrew Teff will be your race winner, with Alex Gates coming home second. Ryan Warp will bring it home third, followed by Mikey Allen, Zach Harris, Corey Crowell, Stephen Luttrell, Blaine Klein, Dylan Sale, Joshua Norton will bring it home 10th. Rowan Lloyd will bring it home 11th. Robert Garcia, followed by Alan Carter, Brett Bray, Elliot, was it Vinning, in that 15th spot. Aaron Roth, Richie Joplin, Timothy Eisburn, Kensley Smith, Jonathan Stidham will round out your top 20. And 21st is going to be Joe Bonner, and then Mike Fudge was not able to get going here today. Your Hard Charger is Alex Gates, up 20 spots. Most laps led is going to be Richie Joplin with 88 laps. Andrew Teft had your fastest lap. Zach Harris in that mini stock was actually your pole sitter. And yeah, man, we had crazy racing going on here. And do we have anybody to interview downstairs? And it looks like we do. We do. Heck yeah. So let's go ahead and bring up, who do we got down there? Zach Harris. You want to go ahead and bring up Zach Harris?
Yeah.
Or Corey first.
Go ahead and grab Zach. Hey, Zach, it's Mike and Bringing in booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Zach, whew. I don't know about you, but man, what a race. You know, no caution flags, of course, no damage, but you got those incident points. So, I mean, what was your strategy coming into the race, and how did that unfold?
Well, I wanted to win practice, win qualifying, and win the race. I was just going to get out there, get a lead, and if I got wrecked, hopefully stay up front, which we pretty much did. Got wrecked early on twice. That messed us up pretty good, but I figured why not throw right sides on when I picked up fuel, and it did the trick.
Yeah, great job. And just curious, how many incident points were you away from the almighty 75?
I had 30 incident points, so 45 away.
Okay, well, the great management, because some of these drivers were out within 30 laps. So
Yeah.
hats off to you for running a real comfortable race. So as far as tire wear, I mean, was there a big difference from the beginning of the run to late?
Yes, tire wear definitely came in big time at the end there. I had so much wheel in it. I was like, man, I'm going to blow a tire here. Putting the right sides on fixed it, though. It was all right. You just wear the rights out in those mini stocks like nobody's business.
Yeah, well, great job. And hey, thank you for putting on a show. And you really you ran a consistent race and then found your way up at the front at the end. So great job, Zach. And we hope to see you back in the future at one of these races. And do you have anybody you want to shout out tonight that helped you get here?
Got to shout out my other league, Soar Racing. Got to shout out my dad who's watching, my brother who's watching. Got to thank my wife for letting me do this stuff at night. And that's about it.
Sounds good, Zach. Well, congratulations again for putting that 32 up front there to lead the way for the mini stocks. And we hope to see you again.
Thank you very much, sir.
All righty. And we can pull up. You want to do Corey Crowell, finish out the mini stocks really quick. Corey finishing P2 overall for the mini stocks. Hey, Corey, it's Brandon and Mike up in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, good. Corey, we saw you really consistent tonight. I mean, you were running up in the top 10 the whole night and then pulling off, looked like you're going to win the mini stocks. Just shorted you out there at the end, but I mean, as far as running a really consistent race, I think you were the most consistent driver out here. So as far as strategy goes, I mean, from the beginning of the race to the end, how did that unfold for you?
Yeah, I just let everybody else take each other out. And then I just kind of maneuvered my way through it. Tried to race everybody clean so that way then they would race me clean. And then just ones that were blocking, I would just get try to just kind of loop them so I can get around. Near the end there, I did that to 24. He wasn't necessarily blocking me, or not that they couldn't, but I made a dumb move and I tried to get him out of my way and ended up pinching myself up against the wall, which is why Zach was able to get around me. But no, I mean, overall fun race. Just kind of relieve some stress and just go out there and have some fun.
Yeah, for sure. And you're right. You did get pinned up there a little bit, but I mean, these races, I mean, anything can happen. You never know. And being in that mini stock, that car that's just a little over 2,300 pounds versus these street stocks that are about 3,400 pounds. How did that affect the race out there?
Yeah, I mean, the street stocks were clearly faster. They are the bigger vehicle, so they're a little harder to do anything with. But I love the mini stocks. I even run these at like Dover, and they're a blast because they're always sideways. But yeah, it's running these mini stocks. They're a bunch of fun.
Yeah, no doubt. It looked like fun out there. I mean, we had a blast calling it. You guys were beating and banging every which way. You never know who was gonna just go off on the next lap and start hitting everybody. So awesome job staying out of harm's way for the most part. And again, running a consistent race and being in that second place finish for the mini stocks. Do you have anybody you want to shout out that helped you get here, Corey?
Yeah, I thank you guys up at the broadcast. You're giving a broadcast for everybody watching it. It's awesome. We appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that tunes in. Appreciate everybody that participates in races. And appreciate Andrew for putting this thing on.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, Corey, and hope to see you back, and hopefully see you back in a similar race if we can get some more of these.
Absolutely.
All righty. So that is Corey Crowell, your P2 finisher for the mini stocks, and we are going to bring up your overall winner of the race and winner of the street stocks, and that is Andrew Teft. Hey, Andrew, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Andrew, it's Brandon and Mike up in the booth. Man, did you made it through this race, and it looked like your strategy, you never really veered from it. You started consistent at the beginning, and you just kind of stayed out of harm's way, and you made some really, really smart moves we saw kind of going down the stretch. But as far as from the beginning of the race to the end, did anything really change in your mind how you had to approach this race or any particular drivers?
Yeah, I kind of had some idea of what to expect. We do some figure eight races like this, but we've never had an incident cap, so that was kind of new. And when I was setting it up, I wasn't sure exactly what to set the limit at, and just kind of took a shot at 75, and looks like about 6 guys hit it. So it kind of created this dynamic where you had to sort of be smart about where you use those incident points. And I think I wound up somewhere around 66, so still a little close for comfort. The limit was 75, like I said. So kind of similar to the figure eight racing. What I didn't expect was when you're the leader, then the goal becomes to make you hit the incident cap. So
that's what we were thinking up in the booth. We were saying, when these guys, take out the leader, they're probably happy, but then again, they become the new target. So it changes the whole scenario there.
Yeah, it made it really fun. I was trying not to let anybody get behind me to, get a shot at me going in the corners. Timothy, he must have got me 7-8 times or something.
Timothy was a rocket tonight. And, it started out with, I think it was Joseph Bonner. He made it a whole 40 laps before he got 75. And then after that, Timothy just started hitting on all 8 cylinders and decided to cause some carnage. And we saw that 13 come up on, or you were coming up on the 13 at the end of the race. And I think you knew he was kind of a liability out there. He didn't care. He was going to put anybody into the wall that came up on him. And you approached him, and you ended up putting him in the wall, kind of have some insurance there.
Yeah, he kind of, I wasn't sure if he was trying to duck down early for the corner or something, but I actually didn't want to turn him there because he was in our voice chat. We were chit chatting, but it just kind of worked out that way when he turned down a little bit. Yeah, I didn't know that Richie had gotten disqualified either. We had raced a little bit early on. He moved me up, and I got back to him, and I was like, well, I'm gonna move him if I get back to him, and Yeah, right reared him and must have got involved in a bunch more accidents. I thought he, just got involved in something. He was going to be running me back down, but it was tough to know who's. That's the other thing. You don't know who's at what number unless they tell you on the radio or something. So somebody
Yeah,
could
that was a
be.
fun factor. I mean, we didn't know, but then again, we could tell by some of the driving styles that would change, and we had no idea that trying to think who that was. Richie Joplin, who was leading there, we had no idea he was close, but then that made sense with how cautious he was trying to race, and you made some contact with him, and then Kensley just kamikaze style took him out of the race there. So, and that changed up. So you never know, he was over a lap ahead of everybody, instantly out of the race. So that was the awesome thing about this race is that within one lap, uh, the leaderboard could be flipped upside down on its head. So
Yeah, definitely. If I got knocked out suddenly, it was a much closer battle for the win there between Alex and I think it was the 45 that might have finished third. Yeah, I think I was in third maybe when Richie got knocked out, and suddenly it was, oh, I'm in the lead, and the people you passed, their mindset would change throughout the race too. Sometimes you'd pass them, they do nothing, and then toward the end, like Aaron Robb, we were having some fun there at the end too. Yeah, just a good time all around.
yeah, good time all around. It looked like everybody just really, I mean, just smiling at whether they're hitting, whether they're the hammer, as we said, or the nail. Everybody was just having fun and enjoying themselves, and it was just so fun to see that, how the strategies changed and the driver, how they took each turn and who was taking out who, and then people were going for revenge, and so there was just so much to look at, so much to talk about. It was a lot of fun, but Andrew taking home the podium tonight, first place. Anybody you want to shout out and thank for getting you here tonight?
Yeah, just everybody that comes out to race and watches, and want to thank our servicemen and women, you guys, for helping out in the booth. Kind of a last minute plan, so thank you for that. And I want to thank Chantel that helps us out in race control all the time. Friends, family, team, my mom specifically, because she told me I have to thank her specifically. And yeah, if anybody's interested in checking us out, just head on over to racerselite.com.
Yeah, and hey, can't upset mama. So, yep, got to shout her out separately. But, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Teft, your overall race winner tonight, as well as leader of the street stocks. Congrats, Andrew.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
All right. Last but not least, we have Alex Gates, your P2 finisher overall, and your P2 finisher of the street stocks from the number 77 machine. Hey, Alex, it's Brandon and Mike in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, Alex, man, we were watching those last 50-some laps, man, and we knew that you were just trying to get up there. And once Richie got taken out of the race, it was between you and Andrew. What were you hoping for in those last few laps? Because we knew you needed a little luck. There was some space between any other driver and Andrew up front.
Yeah, I was hoping that when I finally caught up to Andrew to gain my lap back, the few mini stocks were around me would have noticed that and slowed him down just a little bit for it to kind of make it interesting. Maybe two final lap, kind of. All right, who's gonna get the right contact? Who's gonna hit the brakes at the right time? Like maybe I would have tried to do a dive bomb and it sends me in the wall and Andrew gets around me. I don't know. It would have made it a lot more interesting. At the end of the day, the whole race was interesting. Um, it was a lot of fun. Strategy didn't work out as well as I wanted to. I was hoping to try to go the whole race without pitting, but I mean, you can only do so much after you get spun out 18 bajillion times.
Yeah, you never really know what could happen. In these races, like we were saying in the broadcast, you could be upside down one lap, and then 20 laps from then you're leading, So you never know. But when we saw you make that pass to get back on the lead lap, we were thinking the same thing. All these drivers out there know that Andrew's about a lap ahead. I wonder if anybody's going to make this an interesting race. And I think the 57 of Aaron Roth right before that did put him in the wall a little bit and slow him down, and then tried to slow him down again. So some people were aware of that, tried to make it a fun race, interesting. No points. Let's make this a close race. But Andrew did a good job of avoiding it, and of course you were hitting your marks. We saw you were avoiding going through a lot of traffic, but just came up a little bit short. Luck wasn't on your side, but overall a really consistent race. And then you got put down, but you still battled back. I think you pitted at the right time and came up with a P2 finish. But how was it driving those street stocks in on the same track as those lighter mini stocks?
It was actually there wasn't a whole huge difference between the two going through the corners. You can definitely tell the difference if you like for me being in the street stock, if I hit my marks right and I was able to come out of the corner as clean as I intended to. I did have a better runoff by like the middle of the straightaway going into the corners. I was clear of the mini stocks. The weight difference was a huge factor. If a mini stock just tried to bully me around, I was kind of able to fight it a little bit better. If they dive bomb me, it's a different story. Just going into the corner, you hit them. You hit any vehicle in that sweet spot, no matter what the weight is, you're gonna turn them. If you put enough aggression into it. Um, Overall, there wasn't a huge difference. It did seem like the street stocks were a little bit looser in the beginning of the race when it came to the fresher and colder tires coming out of the corners, and then all of a sudden you saw them start tightening up. I know by before I was pitting, I like to run 8-to-1 wheel ratio, so I was turning 5 degrees, and by like lap 75, 80, whenever I pitted, I was turning at almost like a 45-degree, 50-degree angle. So it was interesting to see how like much tighter they got throughout the run.
Yeah, for sure. And we could see that a little bit too when you guys took tires. You could really take those turns a lot sharper. But, Alex, nothing to be ashamed of. You got a P2 finish out of a large field in a full contact race. So, Alex, anybody you want to shout out that helped you get to this P2 finish tonight?
Yeah, I got to give you guys in the booth a big shout out. Even though I'm gonna put that P2 blame on the booth curse is what people call it. I was watching. I have it set up on my phone while I'm doing the race, and I heard you guys oh, what was his name? He was in the lead for a while, and then he got dumped
Richie.
and DQ'd. He
Richie Joplin.
Yeah, when he moved me, you're like, oh, Alex is gonna get him. Alex is gonna get him. And I was just sitting there. I'm like, shut up, Brandon. You're gonna curse me. And sure enough, I got dumped. So
Be darned.
gotta give you guys a huge shout out. Andrew, a huge shout out. I know he said that he put this race on last minute. Awesome turnout for a last minute race. Every paint scheme I run, I have the Hunter Lopez Foundation on them. So I got to give them a huge shout out and my family.
Well, Alex, awesome job. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Gates in your 77 coming in second overall tonight. Alex, we hope to see you at a future race of something similar like this one.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
All righty. Well, Mike, I don't know about you, but man, was this interesting to watch. Was this really interesting how this unfolded? And I can't wait for the next race that we do like this.
Oh yeah, it was definitely an absolute blast to witness and to actually commentate. Man, all I gotta know is when's the next one, and should I go down there and do it too, or should I call it back up here? Because I had a lot of fun up here.
I know, I got the itch. I want to go down there and start banging some bumpers.
I know, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll have to. But only one way to find out. Tune in at our next race. Again, Racers Elite, there's a route of race going on every single night of the week. I mean, there's a lot of racers that enjoy this league. It's a really respectable league. We do races from obviously full out contact like this in figure eights to competitive weekly series. So racerselite.com, request an invite to the Discord, and we can get you hooked up.
Yeah, definitely reach out to us. We'll definitely get you hooked up like Brandon said, and we'll be back live tomorrow morning at just about 10:15 a.m. Eastern as we get ready for our Sunday premiere series, as they will take their NASCAR Next Gens right back here to Martinsville for, well, pure chaos. So definitely tune in tomorrow morning. You guys don't want to miss that. And, Brandon, go ahead and close this out, buddy.
Yeah, like you said, they got to get out there, clean this track up, because we got to race at Martinsville first thing in the morning, and that's a pretty lengthy race there. So probably some more carnage that'll happen there. Maybe some hurt feelings there since it's a point race, but I mean that's common with Martinsville and short track racing. That's really what it comes down to. So nevertheless, I think we're in for another show in the morning. But I'm Brandon Sanfilippo. along with Mike Taylor. We hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did, and we will see you back.